I'm going to do a test. This thing is firing up. I'm just going to see what's going on. And it shows we have an excellent connection. 5 seconds it's been running. I don't see anything yet. There we go. Now to check that, I have to temporarily bring this up. Looks like we are streaming. I'm going to bring this over here to my other monitor. I'm going to actually go into another tab, open up YouTube, go to my channel, and I usually do all this in the background, but I didn't tonight, and that's fine. Then it's not working. There we go. Alright, so now I can see the camera. I don't have the phone camera running yet. I'll set that up in a minute. I don't have Zoom going yet either. As soon as I get a request in Zoom for that, I will start Zoom. Right now Zoom is not running. So you see the if you read one article about dumb questions, read this one. I kind of want to get that altered a little bit, and I'm not going to surprise everyone or tell everyone what that surprise is going to be, but I think you'll like it. So hopefully I am streaming, and this is going out over YouTube Airways. If not, I'm going to sit here for a while and feel kind of silly. Been a good day. Been a productive day. I did just learn something. I wanted to put a solid background on here, and when I tried to do that by going to personalize and change it to a solid background, it puts both monitors as a solid background. You can't distinguish which one you want it to be on. So I want to check, can't really check the stream unless I were to bring this over here. Okay, now I can check the stream because I can see it. So I'm going to go find a new picture. Hi, Tony. At least now I know it's streaming. I think I'll try, since this is just for my learning purposes only, I think I'll try this one right here. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. So that should be on both screens. Let me double check that, and it is. So that's fine. Now let me go over here and set it to monitor number 1. Now that's fixed that problem. And let me go find stream. Now we're back. Good. Boy, we have nothing but have had nothing but a long streaming, team viewers, zooming day today. Mine has been productive. I thought you had to work tonight. Are you off tonight? I thought you worked Wednesday, Thursday off the weekend. Now I guess I'm going to have to start Zoom, but I haven't had any requests yet. But I'm pretty sure if I start Zoom, there'll be people wanting to jump in. So I'll go ahead and fire that up. I think I got it ready to go anyway. I do. Let me go ahead and get that going here. And get what's the video running on? Oh, that's good. Wait a minute. Oh, okay, that's right. OBS is using that camera. So I do have to start the cell phone. The trials and tribulations of trying to run an operation here. So waiting for connection. Oh, we're back to that little problem, which now I know what that little problem is, so I can solve that little problem pretty doggone quick. Minimize that. Right. That's what I had thought, but I wasn't sure. So I'm going to bring this over here and open this up, put it over here, do a little bit of cosmetic work right here. I shouldn't hide my sister's little dog, should I? Actually, I should. But now let me get the video going. That's real. Oh, wait. I got to show desktop icons because that's under there. My bad. That should be up and running. It shows that it's good. Let me figure out why it's not. Oh, really? Come on now. Filipino thing. Waiting for the connection. Okay. Fine. No phone available. Make sure that it is running on your mobile phone. Okay, yeah, it's running. So I'm going to turn it back on. We know it worked earlier today. And it, once again, is decided not to work. Wow, it did this last night, too. So let me just leave that running and maximize this and get rid of the icons for now because I don't want them. Yeah, I know. You know, it was still Christmas, and I was still recovering from that worldwide travel I was on, and hadn't really worked off that yet. And there are days when that's there, and there's days when that. Oh, I know why. I turned my Wi-Fi off. That's my bad. Yep. I turned my Wi-Fi off for a reason. I'll explain that in a minute. Yep, Wi-Fi's off. Wi-Fi's on. Now this will jump in right straight away with no issues whatsoever. I'm just going to go ahead and kill it. We'll bring this up on this screen over here, and then restart it. Yep, I knew it. That solved the problem right away. So you guys don't want to see the big in depth of that. So, ta-da! Another problem solved. I'll fix that in a minute. I know that's a horrible view. You see kind of like my head's cut off, but work on that in a minute. Hey, Rick, good to see you. Kind of missed you last night, but we all figured you were probably worn out from shoveling snow. Not a problem. Give me a moment here. I'm going to try to make some cosmetic changes and make this work. Okay, that should be a little bit better. I'm not going to zoom it in because when I tried to zoom it in last night, it really made a... Yeah, see, I just zoomed that a little too big. So now I'll see if I can't zoom it down a little bit. That's not too bad. I'll leave it right there. So now if I come up here, change this and go to the camera, start the video. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. The tech has worked. Oh, no worries. We understand. Tony did say audio and video was good, so I'm not going to worry about that. In fact, you know what, Robert? Let me solve that problem. Let me take care of that little issue right. There we go. Nobody knows about that now. Actually, Alex and I did we did 3 live shows today. And this one is live. This one is new. Zoom is running. The link is still good if anyone wants to join. Jeff, that's fine. I got kind of a early start or an early-late start, depending on how you want to look at it. I need to get my hairdresser in here and get my hair straightened out. She's kind of mad at me right now. She's supposed to get off work at 6. Finally at 7:30 she got to leave. So, and I shouldn't have opened my big mouth, but I did. Alive, goodness, I was watching her. Yeah, I did a live stream with Alex, and then I did it under Firefox, under an incognito tab. Trying to learn here, and we ended the stream, and then all of a sudden I'm seeing something that is pretty close to what we did today, and I'm like, man, that's a 5-minute delay right there. What's the deal? So then I realized, I showed Alex the screen, and he realized that what it was one from earlier, and it was a rerun. And then I noticed that, yeah, the next video thing was set, and that solved the problem. Yeah, poor Ken, I tell you. Poor Ken to learn to keep his big mouth shut. That'd help. I mean, hey, Rick.
Hello.
Been shoveling snow today?
Yeah, I was out last night.
Alex!
Hey, Alex.
How you doing?
Hi, Rick.
Not like I haven't seen you in the last 10 minutes or anything. Or the last 2 hours, for that matter. Love that smile, Alex. Love that smile. So I'll go ahead and proceed with what I had planned for today, which was nothing. No, in all seriousness, Alex and I did a stream earlier today. I'm going to minimize this, get it out of the way here. And I'm going to bring back my desktop icon. I need Tim Salt here. I should send him a link. He would be so proud. Look at that. Whose desktop is that? Oh, wait. Let me make it a solid color so that we can see this here. Now, I did learn something that I don't like, and I'll show you in a minute. But look at my desktop. Who am I? That's all thanks to Alex. Alex did a really good job of cleaning this up for me today. And over the next couple days, we'll get together and deal with everything on this side as well. But after an hour and a half, I needed to eat. She was scheduled to be off, so I called it today. And then he did some further investigation and played around with the virtual camera in OBS. Pretty interesting. It got me to thinking, and now we're going to have to tweak that a little bit.
That way, if you've got multiple cameras, multiple sync cameras, you can have all your cameras on different scenes and on OBS and set up Zoom to use OBS virtual camera, and then you can just click through them, and don't actually have to click through them in OBS and whatever. That way, YouTube and the Zoom crowd can see the same camera feed. Hopefully all that makes sense.
Yep, it did to me, sort of, kind of. I mean, you know, after all, I am Mr. Technical, so. Now, the thing I discovered a while ago, when I put this a solid color, it's on both my monitors. But when I go in here to personalize, and I go in here to picture, I can assign whatever picture I want. And right now, that picture is on both monitors because I need to assign this one a new one.
Well,
right click.
A single color, a single color is good if you're team viewing or remote desktoping into like your work computer or whatever.
Sure.
A single color is good because you don't have to. Your internet connection doesn't have to put up your wallpaper from your work computer.
Oh no, sure, I got that.
You can just have a single color like black or.
Yeah. So if Tim joins us, we'll re-show that. But he did good. I got to get positioned right because I'm at a bad angle to the cameras. And when I say cameras, I've got one up running on the OBS for the YouTube, and I've got Zoom running. Or what I could do, I guess, is I could make this full screen like that, which will see what my lag is like here. Oh, my lag's good. But now I've got Rick, me, Alex, and then on the YouTube I got Rick, me, Alex, and me again. So let me kill the OBS camera by doing that. There we go. That looks pretty good. I can live with that. So, Alex, do you want to break the the good news about your subs, or you want me to do it?
Well, I went down to 40 last night 41, and then I went back up to it. Now I'm at 53 again.
Kind of a yo-yo for a while.
Well, no, yesterday was a bad day for people because not only did Alex lose 14, I lost about 3. There was a guy that lost thousands of subs, and YouTube was aware of it, and it was being speculated that it was bots doing it. So, I mean, it's sad that it hit Alex Alex got 54 subscribers, and he gets hit with that. That's just silly. I mean, honestly. But we got him built back up. I think he's at 53 or 54 again tonight, and we're good to go. I think he's going to show us his subs real quick. Yeah, 53. So.
Well, you'll have another one here shortly there, Alex.
Good. We appreciate that. I got to move my cameras, or I got to move my body, one or the other. All right, there we go. And I didn't get a chance to go on another channel that I wanted to go on to today, because I probably could have gotten him about another 15 to 20 just from that channel. And I did see when we were live streaming earlier, there were people from other channels that I know of that were showing up to support Alex. So that's wonderful. That is absolutely fantastic. He did a good job cleaning up the desktop. Yeah, made it where I can pretty much understand what he did, and he fixed a problem that we created on the second stream we did tonight. So that's good as well. I think we can get him there. It's just going to take a little bit of time. And he and I discussed out privately off the stream a couple things, and he's got his head in the right place. I will say that.
Yeah.
So, I've been given the. Oh, you're not aware of the 24-hour deal, Rick. You don't know about that.
No, I'm not.
I really wanted to do a 24-hour live stream with the 24-hour Zoom at the same time. It's probably not going to happen because logistically I can't make it work out. When I'd like to do it before Monday or Tuesday next week, and I just can't do that. Lorna's schedule prevents me from doing that. The Zoom is not a problem. I can hand that off to someone, and they can keep that going while I'm gone. But the problem would be on the YouTube stream, when I'm gone for 20 minutes at a time or 30 minutes at a time, all they're going to see, unless I put a video on, which I got to be careful doing that, all they're going to see is my fish tank behind me, and that's going to get boring. So
Yeah.
then this morning I was thinking about, well, maybe I'll just do a 12-hour. I can't even logistically make that work, because I was going to tonight say, okay, instead of a 24-hour, I'm actually going to start a 12-hour at 11 o'clock and run till tomorrow morning at 11 o'clock. Well, we can't do that because we've got a 10 o'clock appointment in the morning to go to, and I don't really want to show up to that appointment going, oh, I did a 24-hour stream last night, you know. So, I mean, literally, if it's not one thing, it is another.
Yeah.
Now, something
there's
just
always
flashed
something
on the
getting in
screen.
way.
What was that? Something. Alex, did you put something on your screen? Blackwatch is apologizing. He let his bots out. Yeah, make them bots take from those that have thousands and give to Alex. That would be good. Dr. Rob, again. Good deal. Appreciate it. Thank you for the like. I do appreciate that. Dr. Rob is from Jeff Riddle's channel, and another one I watched today, and his name, Ken Carson.
Yes.
No, there we go. Ken Carson, check him out. That was real interesting to see him. So I'll let you know if I catch a violation on that. I'm not going to be happy. It's okay, but we don't want to overdo it. All right? Yes.
All right. All right.
Right.
It's stuff like all over YouTube.
I hope Dr. Rob is still watching, because I want to get with him on his video editing, and I kind of want to hope that we can get together privately or one-on-one so I can pick his brain a little bit and learn some things, or maybe he can show me a couple of tricks here and there. But he posted a link in the chat room and said just stop by to drop a like, and I appreciate that. I really do appreciate that. Looks like I'm back up
Well,
to,
no thanks.
it looks like I'm back up to 86 subscribers, so that's good. My goal is to get to 100. When I get there, we'll have a little 100 celebration.
1995.
Might take till 1995. I don't know. It's not going to happen by the end of the year. So we'll see. So how much snow do you have, Rick?
Oh, probably about the same.
You didn't get any more then.
No,
Are you going to get any on this next system that's getting ready to move this way?
I hope not. We got enough snow.
Well, I've seen a couple models on it, and depending on if it stays south, or I think they said it goes like 10 miles north. Yeah, see, you're in the.
You're fired.
You're not in the. You're not in the high threat. Cedar Rapids is, Des Moines, Omaha, all those areas are. So yeah, it looks like you might be in the clear too. We clearly are in the it ain't gonna happen here. But if it moves, if that low moves up northward, I feel sorry for you. Are you?
Yeah, it's just getting cold here now.
Yeah, yeah.
Washington.
Hi, Jim. Good to see you. Jim Boswell said hello everyone in the chat room, and along with Dr. Rob. That's good.
Hello.
That's good. Alex, that's enough. No more. That's 2.
Okay, I'm back to myself now.
Let's hope so. We'll do one night where we'll do nothing but sound bites, okay? Maybe during the 24 hours we'll put aside an hour of.
No, I'm it's,
I mean,
it's fine.
That's fine.
I'm just messing with you.
Really? No. You're just messing with me? No kidding. Gosh, thank you for explaining that.
Yeah.
I didn't make the connection.
It's pretty neat having the whole setup like I do. Because it's pretty neat having the whole setup like I do, because nobody knew.
Oh,
Since it just feeds as a normal Zoom detects my capture card as a normal microphone, nobody would even know, because I'm not having to screen share through Zoom.
Right. If I can get Dr. Rob on here, I think you will be amazed at what he's got going on. It's just mind-boggling. Mind-boggling. And I'm working on that. I'm still working on getting Terry on here with DaVinci Resolve. There are a few people still interested in that. So who are we missing so far? We got, we don't have any Blackwatch. We don't have Gary. Beach Ringer. Excuse me, ate my dinner too quick. Catherine. She might be all zoomed out. She was on Zoom. She might be all YouTubed out. She was there most of the day. Would be good. So, Alex,
do you have the DVR on in YouTube, so like you can rewind it back?
It should be on. Yeah. Why don't you check that function for me? I honestly don't know. It should be set. That's something I set a long time ago. Jim Boswell says he's having keyboard problems.
I can rewind it.
So
back.
the audio is good, the video is good, DVR is good. I don't wear a watch, so I don't have to play Doug. And the phone gets taken over by the camera, so if anyone texts or calls, I'm not going to know it. So we're good.
I don't have to wear a watch because I got a clock on my controller on my wheelchair.
I haven't wore a watch in probably 35 years. Yep, Tony Wallace says DVR is good. So
although the clock on my wheelchair on my joystick, I have to manually set it. It's not automatically set.
This will be a good test of the 24-hour deal from the YouTube stream purposes only. Yeah, Jim, I've been hearing a lot about StreamYard today, but the problem with that is you have to pay to get 6 people, I believe, or over 6 people. When I come back, we can discuss that further. So, Alex, take over the Zoom. YouTube, I apologize, but this is be a good test for the 24-hour deal. I have to go take my meds. I will be right back. It's 9:30 and I got to take them. So, Alex, all you, brother. You can play your little sound bites if you like. Don't drive Rick too crazy, though.
Are you going to end the YouTube?
No, he's not.
So, oh, it's a Zoom. Okay, that'll work. I might be able to make this work. Hello. Bloody hell.
Damn, bro.
So, Rick, what have you been doing today?
Not much. Just staying home and trying to organize and reorient things so I can put up my 6-foot table that I just got, the foldable.
Well, hopefully in the next few days we'll be able to get back in the swing of things and get back to church, start church back up again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, me and Ken have been doing a few live streams and talking quite a bit today about about different things. I'm just waiting to get back to church and waiting for my birthday, waiting for an excuse to get out of the house.
Yep. Yeah, it's getting cold here, so
I've pretty much been stuck in the house ever since my parents got sick, which has pretty much been for 3 weeks. You know, having all the quarantine and all that. And now that they're finally over it, hopefully get back to church Sunday.
God damn it. Yeah, knocking more stuff down. Oh, it's bad 1,000 here.
You haven't been going to work and having any computer repairs lately?
Not lately. There's been a few I had to go and do some updates and
And 2 big pills, hard for me to
get
take.
a printer working again.
Probably the pressure's getting back on here.
Other than that, just general maintenance stuff. Just I had to stop in 2 offices today and just general check-in. Nothing was wrong, no issues, so I checked that one off as a green check mark as a good day. So went to 3 others and checked them, and they had a few issues and fixed them.
I think I know what that was. It flashed on the screen a while ago. No, I guess not. Thought maybe someone was trying to join and I just didn't catch it. Okay, I'm back.
Are your fan blades different colors?
Yes, they are.
He's got a rainbow fan.
Yes, I do. We bought this house from a lady that ran a daycare here. So we just never have changed the color of the. We painted the walls, but never got around to the fan blades. They look pretty cool when they rotate, actually, except they're dirty.
Every room in this house came with a ceiling fan when we got it. It had a ceiling fan in every room.
Yeah, ours does too.
Well, finally had to replace the ceiling fan in my mom's bedroom and in my bedroom because they went out.
Just remember,
I freeze all the time, so I very rarely turn on the on the fan.
So let me let Darren know we're streaming. He's probably asleep though. So Jim, if you'd like to join us in the Zoom, send me an email at kstout2016@gmail.com and I'll give you the credentials.
Well, there's Gary.
Now I just let Gary in. Same thing with Dr. Rob. If you're still here, I would love to have the conversation of StreamYard over Zoom, especially with someone that is experienced with it. Who knows? I might do another experiment with StreamYard one day. I've already done one, and it was okay. It didn't go terribly bad. Well, depending on who you mean
using StreamYard instead of Zoom, or just having a conversation about StreamYard using Zoom?
Yes. Do what? Run that by me again.
So you want to use StreamYard instead of YouTube?
No.
StreamYard instead of Zoom.
Oh, wait a minute. I can use StreamYard instead of YouTube?
Yes.
Can I use StreamYard to broadcast on YouTube?
I don't know.
I believe so.
I don't know either. That's why I'm really honestly not trying to be a smartass about this tonight. I honestly don't know. No, I'm going to use Zoom for now, and probably at least the next 11 months. My Mac has issues with Zoom and has problem with the passcode. No worries, Jim. We talked about it earlier today. That's why I want to talk to people about it. But that's fine. And again, I appreciate you being here. I don't know why I look over here. Cameras are over here. I have to get me a thing and say cameras are here. Cameras are here. Tony is saying yes, you can use it. So apparently you can use StreamYard to broadcast. So that might be good.
So is StreamYard like something you can use to broadcast to, like, say, Facebook and YouTube at the same time?
Okay, so my hearing's been streamed and zoomed out all day. One more time, please.
So I'm assuming you can use StreamYard to broadcast to YouTube and to Facebook at the same time.
For lack of not knowing, sure. I'm sure you can. Hey, Jim, let's give it a shot just to see if it takes over 5 or 6 minutes and you want to give up. That's fine. But in all seriousness, if you don't mind, shoot me an email and let's give it a shot just to see. Because I have some thoughts on what you just said. Hey, Gary.
Hello.
When did you sneak in?
Oh, a few minutes ago.
Oh, well, too bad. We're getting ready to end. It's been nice to see everybody. Good night.
Yeah. Is the wife out today?
No, let's not go down that road, please. No,
Yeah.
she was scheduled to
make
be
it-
off at 6, and she finally got to leave about 7:30. So, and I didn't keep my big mouth shut, and I should have kept my big mouth shut. So that was. Jim says StreamYard works broadcasting YouTube. Okay, good. Can I combine? I can do it this way, too. Can I combine StreamYard and Zoom at the same time, and then show it over YouTube? Because there are some
That's what I'm
features
trying
on.
to That's what I'm trying to figure out. Why you would use Zoom, StreamYard, and YouTube? It
Well,
seems like
okay,
it
so let
put
me
an
answer
extra step in
that in this order. I'm going to use Zoom because I have the license for at least the next 11 months. Okay? I can have 10, 11 people in here, 12, whatever.
up to
StreamYard,
100 people in there.
I believe so, yes. StreamYard, you have to pay to have 10. You get 6 free on StreamYard. Well, we're going to blow that out of the water. We're at 5 right now. As soon as Darren wakes up, we're going to be at the max if we were on StreamYard. So with Zoom, we know we consistently have 9 people in here. So with StreamYard, I couldn't do that. If I pay for the if I pay for the lower one, I can have 10 people in there. That's no gain. But if I can combine Zoom with StreamYard and broadcast on YouTube and get everything gelled together, well, why not? It's free. I've given up on Zoom. I know the feeling. There's a lot of things I've given up on too. I totally get that. Totally. Hey, Black Watch.
I personally like Zoom better than I do using any other like Skype or
Oh,
anything that you would
if we could
anything
get
that you would normally use to do one-on-one, just because it's so easy to send a link to somebody and they click on the link and they don't even have to have the program installed.
there's that too. But if
right in.
StreamYard would allow a few more people than 10 on the paid version, it might be worth looking into, because there's things on StreamYard that I saw that I liked. Like if there's a comment in chat that I really want everyone to see, I can't post that across here on Zoom, where StreamYard you can. And I like that feature. But it's just like XSplit, OBS, whatever you start out with, whatever you're comfortable with. And I'm comfortable with OBS. So anyway, my son thinks it's a Mac security issue. It could be. It could be. Just like I'm having issues on my phone, which is an Apple phone, doing a live stream and going
Apple
into the
has-
landscape. Do what?
Apple has never liked to play well with others. They're their own thing. They want you to use iTunes and iCloud and all that. They want you to be in their ecosystem and not use anybody else's.
Does iPhone
stuff.
have a YouTube type platform?
No.
Nope.
So this issue is irrelevant from them wanting not to play well with others. And Robert did a stream yesterday in landscape with no issues, and I can't.
I think it'll be a really long time, if ever, before YouTube ever gets taken over by and another company comes in and makes another product that is supposedly better than YouTube, because YouTube has millions of videos on it and it take ages for another company to get up to the popularity that YouTube has.
Yeah, but the problem is with YouTube is look at how many videos they have sitting out there that nobody's watching and they never recall them,
Oh, sure.
never get rid of them. I mean, I've seen videos.
How is that a problem? I mean, Google can just keep adding space and keep adding space and keep adding space. It ain't no
Space isn't
no
free.
skin off their back.
Space isn't free.
I gotta shout out to the chat real quick. Jim, I use a C170 as one of my cameras. Here, I'll show it to you because I got my OBS set up to do this. Okay, continue with this. Space isn't free. So there we go.
Quick one. The 270, that's what Doug uses.
No, Doug uses a 920, does he not?
Nope. I wrote it down.
Really?
Yep. Matter of fact, he uses a
But I swore
C270.
Doug uses a 920.
I thought so too, but I'm old. I forget things.
Maybe I wrote down a number of something else there is.
Or maybe you got your 7 confused with a 9, and I don't know. So how's your day been?
Sucks.
No, not. That's not good news.
No.
Hey,
but
Gary. Gary,
I appreciate what you did, though.
Carrie, can you tell us how you really feel? Don't beat around the bush about it. I mean, just give it to us straight. Don't go around the barn.
Start up and then got worse. Got worse. Then the cap it off, we had SARS, flu, and vaccine.
Oh man.
I would have thought they would have said not have vaccine for my wife, but nope, to get it.
Yeah, that's weird. So back to what I did a while ago when I took my meds. I just realized if I put the Zoom over YouTube, they don't have to watch my fish tank. They can watch the interaction between you guys on the few times I might be gone. So this is now back toward the may do it meter. I'm using free stream.
You can always just turn off your Zoom, turn off your video in Zoom.
Huh?
I just said you can always turn off your video in Zoom.
Well, sure. While I'm gone, of course. But Kidding Whitting says, don't sugarcoat it. What movie's that from? There's a movie that's from. Yeah, I can do that, Alex. I mean, if I stop my video, then they're going to get the picture. But it's still just going to be the same thing. My concern was if I were to, and you have to feel sorry for the YouTube people right now because this is about to get really not good. So they're either going to look at that for 15, 20 minutes at a time while I'm gone or longer, or I'll get real creative and figure out how to get the camera to broadcast my fish tank, which will be real boring. So we don't want to do that. So logistics have got to get worked out. We'll see.
You could put a video. You could add a video source into OBS.
But the problem with video,
and then just play said video.
Right, but the problem with video is catching a YouTube strike,
But
or
I mean, if
copyright violation or something.
If it's a video that you recorded, like your fish tank, like with the GoPro or something, a video inside your fish tank.
Yeah, Jim. I want to get with Dr. Rob. I really want to pick his brain because he has not only a lot of experience with live streams, he's got a lot of experience with video editing. Oh, by the way, Kenny, good to see you. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it. Yeah, Alex, there's 4 or 5 different things I can do. I'll get it worked out. One way, I'll either get it worked out to where like I said a while ago, I'm thinking about 12. I've actually thought about 8. We can do 8 hours on standing up. We did 14 the other night on Zoom, and I think we could have went another 4 or 5 if we really wanted to. So that portion of it's not bad.
I've been wondering why do you wear headphones? Since Doug has told me that you can use your speakers with a microphone with Zoom and not have feedback.
As long as I mute the stream, sure. But I got comfortable doing this. If I have the stream, so if I go over here, and when I was running, two computers, so if I go over here, I would have feedback, just like in my ear right now. I have feedback. And when I was running, so if I mute it, 2 computers, and now I'm just comfortable wearing it. Sure, I can do this. I can take this off, and we'll give it a test and see what it sounds like. Somebody say something so I can hear something.
Okay.
Hello.
Hello.
Don't everybody speak at once. No, that's fine. Now the other problem is it's through that bad element TV, so it sounds horrible. But yeah, I mean, now if I do this, if I want to hear the YouTube at the same time, okay, now give me a sound check. It's long. Now, if I do this, if I want to hear
Sound check.
YouTube at the same time. Is it not echoing now? Seriously? Yeah, I can hear an echo. I don't know if you guys can or not, but I hear the echo.
Yes.
It's more a squeak than it is anything. So, there we go. But that's fine. I don't need to necessarily hear the YouTube stream as long as I can hear Zoom. It's just something I grew accustomed to. Now, can I switch the audio from that TV to this TV?
Yes.
How do I do that?
Just hit your little arrow next to your microphone in Zoom, and there should be an option for you to select a microphone and select a speaker. And then just as long as your speakers aren't disabled in your device manager.
It's not, but it's this right now. It's using the same as the system. Hey, Greg. So
you can change it to whatever you want if you've got an option there.
yeah, bear with me a minute. Let me figure something out here. Let's see what this one does. All right, audio check, please.
Hello.
It's still on the same one. And audio check, please. Oh, whatever that one was, I can't hear you guys. Nod your head if you can hear me. Okay, good. I can't hear you. I kind of like this. This is like talking to my wife. I speak, she don't listen. Oh, I like this. I should set this up to when she speaks, I can't hear her. Oh, that'd be great. Okay, so let's try. Okay, audio check, please.
Hello.
Okay, great. Now that's where I want it.
Can you hear me?
Yep, that's where I want it.
Now that's where I want it. Can you hear me?
And there's Greg with the echo. Right on cue.
There's Greg with the echo. Yeah, I got to mute it before I launched the meeting, right?
I do it all the time, actually. It's easy to do. So now, let me try this.
I've gotten good at muting the
I do it all the time.
between Doug's screens.
Now,
Yeah, I've gotten
let me
good.
try this.
I've gotten good at muting
Now, are you guys hearing the echo?
the little bit.
Right. So if I use the headphones, that'll avoid, especially when I didn't have both monitors and I'm using two computers, that headphone eliminated that problem. But now that I got this set up like that, I'm good.
Well, how come I don't have an echo when I'm doing a YouTube live stream and Zoom? Because I'm using.
Okay, Gary, thank you. And you might want to go ahead and well, who left? Blackwatch left. You might want to go ahead and retract that message if you want. That's cool. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, this is good. The setup now is good. I got a monitor in front of me. I got a monitor to my left. Everything's the same system. So there is little bit, poquito echo, but not that massive amount of echo that it was. And if you guys want to hear what the massive amount of echo sounded like, I can show you. And then you'll understand why I use the headphones.
Well, how come I don't have an echo? I'm using the soundbar.
You don't have two different computers running to two different monitors.
Blue Yeti.
Bear with me. Bear with me. Got my remotes backwards here, boys. Neighbor's going to be knocking on the door in a minute wanting to know, boy, what are you changing my TV station for? Okay, so this is, oh, going to use the other mouse. Okay. Refresh. Okay, I'm not going to touch anything, okay? So, here comes the echo. Here comes the echo. Ready?
Okay.
Let me know if you ever hear the echo.
Yeah, a little bit.
Oh, it'll get worse.
A little bit. Barely audible.
Well, see, I can hear the squeak. I don't know if you guys can hear that or not.
I can hear a little bit of the squeak, but
Right. Now the echo's not too bad, but that squeak would drive me up a wall.
I hear you talking twice.
Right. Right. Because I'm talking to Zoom first. A little bit of delay it is over to YouTube. You're hearing that the second time. So that's why I was wearing the headphones, because if I put the headphones on, I don't have that issue. But to solve that problem, literally all I have to do.
well, I don't. All I was meaning was I don't hear an echo when I don't have any echo when I'm doing YouTube.
Well, this would be torture to leave that running. I'm getting rid of it. Just bear with me. Now it should be gone. So that's why I wear headphones, Alex.
Okay, well then how come I don't? Because I don't have any echo. I guess it's because I keep the YouTube being muted when I'm.
Because what you just heard was my streaming machine is doing the Zoom. My other i7 was doing the YouTube. It's two different computers, two different systems. One, the Zoom is picking up, or the YouTube is picking up the Zoom, or vice versa. One or the other is picking up the other. Thus, it creates a
Because it's
screen.
two different computers, well, whereas on mine it's all
One.
on one.
Right.
Computer.
And now you don't. I could turn this back up over here, and it's not as bad, but it's still there. Because it goes over here. I can turn this back up over here, and it's not as bad, but it's still there. Can you guys hear it?
Yes.
It goes over here. Right. And now in what little bit I'm hearing from the feedback, it's pretty bad. So I don't.
You got three monitors, or you got two monitors with
Two-
one
Two monitors.
Two machines hooked up to it.
Two monitors. So yeah, Kenny and Matthew retracted the message. Must have been bad. So, but that's why I wear the headphones when I was listening to the stream and the Zoom. I could hear the Zoom here, and there was no problem whatsoever. But now that I've set it up like this, that problem's been resolved. So cool. So.
Oh.
I'm sorry, didn't mean to do that, Jim. I just attracted Jim's dogs. Well, I'm pretty high pitched then.
I've been noticing ever since we started the Zoom off and on, worse than normal. I've been noticing the flickering still on my
Tonight?
monitor. Yes,
Really?
yes.
So maybe it wasn't the cable that was the problem after all.
It's not the cable, but I'm still glad I got the cable to avoid having to use the converter.
Right. So what might it be then if it's not the cable?
It's got to be either Zoom, which I don't, because that's the only time I notice it is when I've got Zoom open and connected and looking at y'all or the screen share that Ken is doing.
Okay, so
I don't think it's Zoom. I think it's my monitor.
okay, the question would become: does anyone else have flickering on their screens when I screen share?
But you haven't been screen sharing. You're not screen sharing now, and it just happened. It just flickered
Okay.
a minute or two ago. I haven't had any flickering.
Okay, so now I'm screen sharing my screen.
Stable. Right now it's not flickering. But it was flickering before.
Somebody's watching the stream in the background, and it sounds like the lag's a little worse than I thought it was. So I'll catch everybody up. So earlier today, Alex and I got together and we got rid of all the MP4s that were on my desktop. and we created these 4 shortcuts, and later on, maybe over the weekend or next week, we'll get together and he'll clean up all this other stuff over here for me. But I got to get it right in my mind first as to how I want to do it, and I haven't done that. The videos and stuff today was pretty easy. This stuff will be a little bit more involved, just because of what it is. So, anyone have any flickering going on now?
No.
Okay, I got to see what's going out. Okay, that's cool. Background. So I'm going to change that back to the picture, and then I'll go ahead and make that back to monitor 2. Good to go. I'll stop sharing the screen. Bring this back over here, and we're good. So,
Something popped up on my screen. It was horrible. I don't know what it was. It scared me.
you want to see something horrible here? I'll show you something horrible. Hang on. Now, this is going to remind you of the movie with Dan Aykroyd, and I can't remember the other actor. He goes, "You want to see something that will really scare you?" And I'm not remembering what that movie is.
I think it was Bill Murray was talking about.
It might have been Murray. Let me get rid of the desktop icons. There you go. That picture was taken because my sister's silly dog fell asleep. Otherwise, it would have never been taken. Kind of makes you wonder about. Now, I got that set wrong, so now I got to go over here and set this to monitor 1. We're good to go. I can bring this back over here. Okay.
Is there anything that you have noticed that you can do with your new iPhone that Miss K can't do with her old iPhone 8?
Well, sure, because I don't play around with her iPhone 8 because it's too little. So that's just, yeah, exactly.
She said she still likes it. So have you noticed anything that you can't do with her phone that you can do with your phone, even though you don't like it?
One more time. Maybe this time I'll get it. For some reason, your volume is down low again. Today it was good. Now it's low.
Is it better now?
Yes, because you're closer to the
Yeah.
microphone.
I just need to be closer to the microphone.
Okay. So, again, you're asking about the iPhone 8 versus the iPhone 11?
I was going to say, if you use her iPhone 8, is there anything that you've noticed that you can do with your iPhone 11 or whatever you have that you can't do with her iPhone 8?
Well, for one, I can live broadcast on my phone and she can't on her phone because she's got 3 subscribers. So that can't happen. Other than that, they are identical. The only difference is her phone's about this big. Seriously, my phone's about that big.
Yeah.
I've got
When I upgraded-
relatively
when
big
I upgraded-
hands.
I upgraded from my last phone was only 5 inches, and this phone I've had for about a year now is 6.5 inches.
But you do give me a good idea.
A pretty big upgrade for me.
What phone do you have, Alex?
I'll be right
My
back.
phone
Gives
is
me
a
a good
blue.
idea.
My phone is a blue G9 Pro.
Honey,
AOU G9 Pro.
here's how you get things accomplished. Honey.
It's got 128 gigs of storage and 4 gigs of RAM. And a headphone jack and USB-C. Which the more modern phones, like the latest iPhone and the latest Samsung phones don't
Is
have.
it muted?
Both of them don't have a headphone jack. And because my phone
Okay.
has a headphone jack, I can use it as an FM radio. Use a 3.5 millimeter headphone cable as a radio antenna without data or Wi-Fi.
So Alex, there's her phone. It's real super little.
That ain't little.
Well, it's horribly small. Horribly small.
Yours is a manly phone.
Yeah, we're not going to go there. Could I stream from the phone at the same time I'm streaming here, or not? On this
I would
on the
guess
same account.
Probably not.
I don't think you can do 2 live streams at a time.
Well, I know she can't live stream because what I'm thinking is, if I do a live stream from her phone and I can turn the phone into landscape and it doesn't give me that idiot rotation lock thing, it's my phone. And it's not Apple per se, it's my phone. So later tonight, be prepared, YouTubers. It's coming. I'm going to use her phone. We're going to do a part 8. I told you it was a 10-part series. I didn't say when 8, 9, and 10 would be. Now I can't find her photos. Okay, so her orientation is correct. There's portrait, rotate it. There's landscape. So that works. So I'm not going to do I'm not going to do anything else to her phone. Now she did just mention that her phone does not. Please don't go down the road. I know this where this could go. It does not vibrate anymore. So let me see if I can figure out why that is.
How did she manage to break that? The vibration.
I don't know.
Might have it turned off.
No, when I turn off the volume, it does the thing like it's supposed to. Why am I not seeing her in here? This is not a good day for me on this stuff. There we go. And TEST. It vibrates. Jesus, what's wrong with this? Babe, it vibrates. I just sent you a Facebook message here. Don't do it.
Hey, Greg,
Yeah.
you said you got your shot yesterday, your
Yeah.
vaccine. You got the Pfizer?
Yeah.
How are you feeling today?
It's a tiny bit sore, but not, I can move it all around. Like if I lay on my left shoulder, I can feel it just a little bit, but not bad.
Maybe that's what's wrong with my shoulder. Maybe somebody snuck in and gave me a vaccine and I don't know it.
Well, they said ours is only good until April.
Okay, good. Her phone vibrates. I will do, after I end the live stream from the computer, I will get her phone back and I will log into my YouTube account on her phone. And if I can do that, that will tell me it's my phone. And then I don't have to go borrow a Samsung. I'll just know it's my phone.
Hey, Ken,
Sir,
did you check her iOS version?
I didn't.
You don't have to buy
No, I know it's.
Samsung.
She might need to. Be right back. You guys just want. Did the VA call you guys and tell you to make me get some exercise or something?
Yeah.
Thought so.
He don't have to get a Samsung. If he wanted to get a better phone, he'd be able to. He could get a $200 phone like what I have. Be able to live stream just fine. My phone will do everything my mom's phone can do, except for her phone costs $1,200 and my phone costs $200. Her phone don't have a headphone jack, mine does.
We have Bluetooth. Do you have Bluetooth?
Yes.
And actually,
my phone can, because I have a headphone jack on my phone has an FM radio tuner built in, so I can plug a headphone cable into it and be able to listen to the FM radio without any 4G connection or Wi-Fi.
What's FM radio? I never heard of that.
Yeah,
Oh,
Gary,
wait,
she needs
years ago.
She needs updated, but I want to do the Facebook. I want to do the YouTube test first before I update it to see if maybe that is the problem or not. Because if I If I do it before it works, cool. And if I do it after the update and it don't work, then we'll know it's that update. So, apologize to the YouTube world and the
What
Zoomers.
date are we talking about? An iOS update?
Right, for my wife's iPhone. Wow, 1 hour already. Wow, that's quick. That went by quick.
But tell us in Gwen's, what version did she have?
Whatever the one before the one she needs is. I don't know. I didn't look.
No, don't worry about it.
I honestly, I just seen it said update pending. Do you want to install them? I didn't see what the current one was. But I know mine's up to date because I just did it yesterday.
Remember what you put on yours?
15.2, I believe it was.
That's the latest version.
I can tell you. Hang on.
Yeah, I think that's what you installed.
Well, the cat will show up. Mine is 15.2. And mine says 15.2 iOS is up to date.
Same here.
So like I said, I do want to try that first just to see, and then I'll do an update and try it again. And if it works both times, then I'll know it's this piece of crap phone that I have that I've been complaining about for the better part of a year. Almost 2 years now. And get rid of it and get another one, yeah. No, Alex, I'm not even considering getting an Android before you ask.
You don't have to get a Samsung Android. My Android does everything my mom's $1,200 Android can do, but my Android only was $200.
It's still an Android.
And it's unlocked.
And it's still an Android.
I don't have time to play with the phones. They work if they don't have some
Right, I mean, I overall, with the exception of, I mean, there's other issues, but right now the biggest one is the YouTube thing. But I'm not going to buy an Android phone just to stream on YouTube, because then everything else won't work.
I know, but for me wanting to be in technical support, having an iPad and an Android and a Windows computer comes in really handy.
Oh, sure. No, I have no argument with that whatsoever, because not everyone's going to have an iPhone, not everyone's going to have an Android, not everybody's going to have Windows.
I don't have a Mac, so I don't have any really that much personal experience.
No McDonald's in your town?
Huh?
There's no McDonald's in your town? You said you don't have a Mac.
I don't have
We have the big one.
an Apple Mac, like a MacBook, like a laptop.
A couple of us got that. I seen a smear here and there.
I
Okay.
got it.
Okay.
I'm talking about a Big Mac.
I know what you're talking.
McDonald's.
Okay. Likewise,
Yeah,
you
I
left
think
the
McDonald's.
Zoom. Are you all right? And Jim's last comment was his dogs come running in the room from the sounds. That was not intended.
But I've never ever had anybody. I've never had anybody ask me to fix their Mac. And if they said they had a problem with it, they could bring it to me. And if it was a software issue, I could look at it, probably figure it out.
Yeah, I don't doubt that.
I personally have one because I don't want to spend $2,000 on a computer that I can do less with.
I wouldn't. I mean, okay,
My
so
current system.
for once, I'll agree with what Carrie said. I wouldn't go out and buy a bunch of stuff until you know what you're going to need. So get the job first and then buy what you need. If you go out and buy a $2,000 Mac computer, you may never get a Mac customer, and you just wasted $2,000.
Yeah.
And I have yet to get a Mac customer or somebody that has an Apple computer, but I've got tons of people that have, I know tons of people that have iPhones.
Right.
And
Yeah.
tons of people that have Androids, and everybody that I've worked on that has a computer has a Windows 10 computer or Windows 7 or whatever the current version was at the time.
Oh, looks like Rick's got the wavy potato chips going today.
Yep.
Barbecue?
No, just plain.
Just plain? Mm-mm-mm.
Wouldn't you like a bag of those, Ken?
Yes.
I like the honey barbecue.
Yeah, the sweet one.
Well, the old me, it didn't matter what they were. I liked them all, but now.
I like the if you like Triscuits, my favorite kind of Triscuits is the the black pepper, olive oil, cracked black pepper, olive oil. Those are.
I like
good.
Triscuits. I do like Triscuit.
Those are my favorite kind of. Those are my favorite kind of Triscuit.
Yeah, I had a box of those a couple of weeks ago, but I ran out. Need to go get some more, but not in this weather.
I just ordered 4 boxes off of Amazon. They got the order wrong because it's supposed to be a variety pack with 4 different boxes, but I ended up getting 2 boxes that were the same. So I called them back, got a refund, and ordered something else. So now I got more. So now I got more for my money.
Mm-hmm.
And they didn't even want the Triscuits that I had already received back. So
Yeah, I can kind of understand them not wanting food back.
I had already opened the box.
Yeah, they usually don't want that back.
No, that food they're not going to want back.
Yeah.
And other things they might.
I've even had when we called, in the past when we called to cancel the DirecTV or the Dish Network, they've even said that they don't want there's a time or two that they said that they don't even want Dish Network equipment back.
They don't want the satellite dish back, but they usually want the receivers and the remotes back. Usually.
Well, the technician that came out to replace mine, because I complained about it, he took them with him, but they told me I could keep them or throw them away.
Yeah.
An email.
Yeah, I got that email too. I'm still holding on. I got about a month to go, and then I'm going to be breaking that apart and getting that terabyte drive out.
One thing I did learn, we switched. We had when we first moved here, we had Dish, and then we got switched. And we switched to DirecTV when somebody came knocking on our door. One of the salesmen came knocking on our door, and we switched back to Dish. And one thing I learned during that process is that if the DirecTV guy comes to install the DirecTV dish, and if the Dish Network guy comes to install the Dish Network dish, they won't take down each other's dishes. The DirecTV guy won't take down the Dish Network guy's dish, and the Dish Network guy won't take down the DirecTV guy's dish. Like the satellite off your house.
The experience I had, DirecTV won't take down DirecTV's dish, and Dish won't take down Dish. They just leave the old dish up and put a new dish up somewhere else.
Yep. And so when we first moved here, we had 2 dishes. When we first moved here, we had 2 dishes, one for Dish and one for Direct, and my dad had to get up there and take the DirecTV dish down, and then when we got Direct, when we switched to Direct, we was in the same situation. Take the Dish Network dish down and put the Direct up, and now we got the reverse. We got the Dish Network dish up and the DirecTV dish.
All right. Craig the Hunter was in the house. I didn't even see him. I'll have to give him a shout out tomorrow. That's awesome. That is awesome. I'm just catching up on some work over here behind the scenes. Obviously, you guys know that because I'm not looking into the cameras.
The actual dish part of the dish is not the actual part that receives the signal. There's a separate signal piece that goes into the satellite dish. So why can't Dish and Direct just use the same dish, actual physical dish part of it, and just replace the receiver part? Or do they
It's important you can't use the same guy. Marketing.
So you're telling me there's a working part up on my dish that I might be able to tinker with and do something with that?
Yes.
Called it LNB, low
Yes,
noise
I was just fixing to say
broadband
that.
amplifier.
Yep.
So
Slides right in.
technically, you'd be able to use the same dish with the Dish and Network and DirecTV as long as you switch out that LNB.
So it's a good thing I know that I'm not smart enough to figure out how to make anything like that work.
Ain't nothing but a couple of bolts. That's it. And a coax cable.
Well, that's still ran. It's still on the dish on the roof, ran under the house. I could talk myself into doing something, but I won't.
You'll fall off the roof.
Yeah, well, I don't get on ladders. I kind of learned that lesson about 6 months ago. Didn't fall, but came pretty doggone close to it. I joke with Lunar all the time that I've got cat-like reflexes, and I don't. But
When Dish came out to upgrade my antenna to the package I was getting, different satellites, they took the old one down and just said throw it away.
yeah, they won't haul it off for some reason. I find that's weird.
I've seen a guy that took an old, I seen him, this is an old video, but I seen a guy that took a satellite dish and made it into, took an old satellite dish and made it into like a Wi-Fi extender. So like he was able to pick up Wi-Fi from a whole lot long, from a really long distance away that you wouldn't normally be able to pick up.
About a half a mile.
Something like that.
His Wi-Fi or someone else's Wi-Fi?
Someone else's
Yeah.
Wi-Fi. And his satellite dish.
You guys couldn't have done that if you scripted it.
Satellite dish is an extreme Wi-Fi reception, whatever you call it. So he's able to pick.
You should have led with that. Now I'm leaning toward getting on the roof and getting that thing down here and extending my Wi-Fi.
It's not to extend your Wi-Fi. Pick up other people's.
I thought Gary said I could extend my Wi-Fi.
You get a receiver, you can extend it.
I've got a receiver. Got the
So you use
DirecTV
one of the
receiver in
transmitter
there.
One is a transmitter and one is a receiver.
But I don't need the hard drive in there for that to do that, right? That's just a storage device.
You're just using the antenna.
I got a win-win situation going here. I'm going to get a hard drive. I'm going to get a Wi-Fi extender. Boy, this is sounding better and better. Now, if you guys don't hear from me for a couple days, you'll know I fell off and I'm in the hospital.
You're not very technical, and you gotta know how to program it.
I'll be broadcasting live, and I'll have the nurse holding my phone. I'll be like this in the bed with the cast on my arms. And, hey, guess what I did? And you guys will go, hey, he jumped on that roof. Oh no. Continue. Somebody throw a subject out there. Anybody, throw something out there.
So you were quick at reading my post, weren't you?
Yeah.
I'm joking with you. Because I don't think anybody else saw it.
Maybe the two Kennys did. I'm not sure. But I do appreciate that, and that's. I'll get with you later on it.
It is what it is.
Sure. Pretty much do have tomorrow free except for our 10 o'clock appointment because the doctor's appointment that was scheduled for yesterday happened today twice. And I'm like, I thought this was tomorrow. Oh, I'm going on vacation. I just wanted to get out. Well, then why did you bug me for Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday telling me I have a Thursday appointment when you knew you were going to do it on Wednesday? Anyway, Rick, tell us about your day. Shoveling snow.
Oh, a quick aside, Rick. We have no snow in Detroit. Go ahead.
We have so much snow, they put the snow bank in the middle of the street.
Like a snow median?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Oh, that's taller than me. I have the one I jumped over
Babe.
today.
Babe, you want to go to Brainerd, Minnesota tomorrow? I want to see the snow median. Can't be that far of a drive. Yeah, only 2 hours, right. Go ahead, Rick. I'm sorry.
Right.
So how tall is the median? I mean, is it like inches,
it's a good,
feet?
it's a good 3-4 feet.
Wow.
24?
Four and a half, maybe 4.5 feet. It's up there as a ways, but I had to jump over this one.
Did they pack it everything or just pile it up?
They go down the street and they just put the snow in the middle of the street.
Yeah.
Then they have an auger machine that's in front of the dump truck with a chute, and then they pick up the snow with that auger and they dump it to a dump truck.
Yeah, I've seen that. Where do they take that snow and dump it at? Middle of the street?
Out west of town.
Okay. Interesting. Greg, got anything on your mind you want to share?
Actually, just as I interrupted, but our driveways and our streets are dry.
We had rain today.
Yes,
You're
for the
saying-
day.
They're predicting snow. In fact, there's a big storm coming this way for the next 4 or 5 days. They're predicting not measurable snow, but snow north of Champaign, 60 miles away. They can keep it. Now, I will do it. I'll do a thing this way. If we get snow this winter, I'll do something to honor Rick in my driveway. I'll put a little 2-inch median down the middle of the driveway so Rick will feel comfortable with that. Oh, geez. Gary? Anything on your mind?
You're just talking, but nothing.
Besides that, anything on your mind?
Something, nothing, everything.
Sure.
Man, Aaron hurts like somebody hit a baseball bat there. When did you get your shots? Your vaccine?
Huh? Hang on. Really got to get my hearing aid working better. Okay.
Sorry, you're breaking up.
Yeah.
What was that?
Say again.
So I got good news again on my brother. He's actually up in a chair today. Sent a picture. He looks like his old self, except he's got the cannula on his nose. But other than that, he looks really good. He did want me to play Tom Petty's Wildflowers album today, which I was trying to do, but it was really disturbing trying to do a live stream, learn something, and play that album at the same time, even though what I heard of it's a great album if you're a Tom Petty fan. I got to figure out a way to do that. Do what, Greg?
He's pretty good.
He was pretty good, yes. He was very talented.
Mm-hmm.
He had that. He produced supposedly that album himself, but he didn't. It'll come to me. He produced it. Jeff Lynne produced most of his albums,
Yeah.
and then he switched on that one. I hate it when I draw a blank. Some good music on it. I know that. Even the stuff that didn't make it as hits is really good. Kind of need Jeff in here.
Probably said he was eating supper.
Right.
Probably cleaning up the kitchen or something. I already did that.
Yeah, our plans just got thrown out the window when she couldn't. Rick Rubin produced Wildflowers. Our plans just got thrown out the window when she was scheduled off at 6, and at 7:30 she finally got to leave, and by that time where we were going to go eat would have been closed. We'd have never made it, so that put a monkey wrench in it.
What time did she start today?
She went in at 2, but she was leaving early to use her vacation time because she's going to lose it, and they don't pay it out. So she was going to work 4, get 4 hours of vacation, and people decided not to show up until an hour and a half after they were supposed to be there, and then they tried to give some nonsense excuse as to why they shouldn't be there, and they almost got away with it, which would have been really horrible. But it's just, I don't know. They just got a new administrator, new director of nursing, so we were kind of hoping things would straighten out, but especially when they came in and they literally on day 1 said, we are going to make changes. We are not going to be like the old people. This place will change. Nothing's changed. Nothing. Only the people. Only the names.
I sold all my vacation back for over 20 years.
Well, that's what we were trying to do, but they no longer do that. And we did learn a lesson. Come next year, she'll take vacation and she'll get her 40 hours in, and it'll be good.
Our company had no problem with selling back every year.
Yeah, I think things have changed, because I know a lot of companies that used to do that, but apparently they don't do it, and I've got speculations and thoughts and theories as to why that is. And we all know how that is. Everyone has their own thoughts, speculations, and theories.
And they want you to get rest.
Do what?
They want you to get rest.
Well, there's no rest to it when they don't give you your vacation. I mean,
Well, I mean, to take your vacation.
right.
So,
Yeah, I mean, yeah, well, I think they sold the company in, I want to say August, and then the new administrator came in October. So sometime between August and October, they could have said, this is a new corporation's policy. We do not let you cash your vacation. If you have vacation, start using it. Instead of 2 Mondays before the end of the year, oh, by the way, if you don't use your
Yeah.
vacation, you're going to lose it. And they know there's nothing you can do about it. They know that. It's just wrong. Alex, by chance, did you check out that website I sent you earlier today?
No, because I have no idea what website you're talking about.
The one with
Is it
Zachary?
Or in Facebook or?
No, I think we were Zooming. I sent you a link to a guy by the name of Zachary.
Oh yeah,
Check that out.
but now I can't. Oh yeah, I subscribed, but now I can't find his channel.
Just go to YouTube subscribers and it'll show up.
Well, I've got hundreds of subscriptions.
Right. And you just scroll down the list until you come across it. You want me to tell you what it is to look for it?
Put in Zachary in the search bar.
We're going to get to try the, I knew I'd get to do this tonight, so we're going to get to try the hotkey. Let's see what happens here. 3, 2, 1, globe. 6, 7, 8, globe. Wow. Terrible lag tonight. Terrible lag. The fight for patriotism is a guy's channel, Alex. All right, let's see. Let me try this again. So 10, 9, 8, 7,
How do you spell that?
6,
The fight
5,
for, how do you spell the P word?
4, 3, about 7 seconds late. Do what?
How do you spell that? The fight for patriot. How do you spell that?
THAT. He asked me how to spell that. I was just spelling that. I mean, I did what he said.
You know
Okay,
what
I posted it in. I know what you meant. I posted it in YouTube or Zoom chat for anyone that wants to go look. But this is a gentleman that has cerebral palsy, and he's trying to start his YouTube channel. You gotta give him credit for doing it. He talks to a. All right, Jim. Thanks for being here. Appreciate it. We'll get together sometime on StreamYard or something. Where was I? Oh yeah, he can't talk, and Alex and I talked about this earlier today. So he uses some kind of a machine, which I don't even know what it is. And he's intelligent. He's got a great sense of humor. The voices from the machine are good. I was impressed, and I wanted to hook him up with Alex, and vice versa. I mean, he was so well accepted in this group that I was just blown away. It really was. So if you want
Alex, I just subbed to your channel on YouTube.
yeah, he's trying to get it going. I guess he used to have a channel and it got taken down. Badge of honor. Get taken down off YouTube and start again. I talked to one guy today. He said he's on his 9th YouTube channel, and he said when that one gets taken down, I'll start the 10th one. I mean, that's determination right there.
Well, what's he doing that's getting him taken down?
We didn't get that far in the conversation. I will eventually find out, I hope, because I'd really like to know. Not that I want to know why he's doing it. I want to know what to avoid. You know, I want to know what not to do so that I have to go Ken Stout Live 2, You know,
Who
or
is-
3
who is
or
this?
4. Hey, BH. That's BH Ringer. Didn't quite catch that one. Oh, you're playing that, aren't you?
Little cowbell.
Oh, the Saturday Night Live sketch comes to mind with Christopher Walken and Will Ferrell. What's his name? The guy.
It doesn't work for me. I gotta have more cowbell.
Gotta have more cowbell. Fellas, I gotta tell you. Now, if we say that's for educational purposes, we will not catch a strike on it. Did you catch that, AI? Educational
You tried to
purposes.
tell me I was gonna catch a strike on the Hank Hill.
If I do, I do. We'll do one of those one night. Okay,
but those same sound effects is all over YouTube. People doing prank calls and everything. So I don't
Sure.
think you'll get any-
Well, and just because one person gets away with it doesn't mean everybody gets away with it. People steal cars all the time. Are you going to go steal a car?
Hello, Jeff.
Hi, Jeff.
Good evening. Hey, Jeff. Hey. Hey, Jeff. Hello, everybody.
You're supposed to say good evening, and now the news from Nevada.
News from Nevada is that I just finished the dishes. I told you he was cleaning up in the kitchen.
You did. You did. Greg won the 55 cents
Well, when you
tonight.
started, I was in the middle of making spaghetti sauce.
You make spaghetti sauce, or is your definition of making spaghetti sauce dumping a jar and do it?
Well, it's you. Do you know who Sandra Lee from the Food Channel is?
Yes.
Yeah. Nice looking lady, well endowed. Had a show called Semi Homemade.
Yes, I've watched that.
Well, I do sort of like her. I started out with hamburger and onions and garlic and green pepper and diced tomatoes in the skillet. And then after all of that simmers a while, I add in the jar of the stuff, because the jars you buy it from the store isn't worth much. So you add stuff to it to flavor it up.
That's about a $7 jar.
So anyway, that's kind of how I do most of my cooking. Start with a box or a jar or something, but add things into it to make it a little more flavorful.
Yeah.
I can do more than that, but I don't like to take that long to cook. I don't like, well, it's only my wife and me a lot of the time, and so.
But the only thing that gets cooked around here that I'm really not a big fan of at all is the only macaroni and cheese that gets made around here is the Kraft, the Velveeta shells and cheese, or the normal Kraft.
Well, I generally make the normal Kraft stuff, but my wife and I don't eat that.
But the kind with the actual cheese sauce. But
Yeah.
still, I don't like the Kraft macaroni.
Yeah.
and cheese.
Well, my grandchildren like the Kraft stuff, and I've got a way to make it quick in the microwave. So.
If I'm gonna have macaroni and cheese, I want banked macaroni and cheese with breadcrumbs on top or something. I don't want anything but the Kraft. Anything but the box.
Yeah. Well, unfortunately, you wouldn't like what I make, although I don't eat it myself either.
Whatever I make, I like and I eat.
Yep.
Especially 5-alarm tacos.
No.
It'll burn the sweat off you.
Yeah, my only issue now is I like things spicier than my wife does, and she had her gallbladder out last year, so I have to watch the fat content on everything. Well, I say last year, early this year. It's almost last year.
Yeah.
So we've had this conversation, but I've forgotten. How do you log out of your YouTube account on a phone?
Hit your picture.
Yep.
And then hit the little arrow.
Yep.
Next to your picture, and click on use YouTube signed out.
And if that
I'm
option's
not
not,
sure I'm ever logged out because I have an Android phone.
and if that option's not available,
Don't know.
to log out on an Android phone, you actually have to go into the settings and you can delete your Google account from the Google portion of the settings, because Google has its own.
Oh, I know,
settings.
so I don't wanna do that. So basically, I'm logged in all the time.
Sure.
So I
I think
have to be careful what I search for on my phone because it remembers. I can search for stuff on the,
In order to download any apps or anything from the Play Store, you have to be logged in with your
right.
Gmail account.
right. So
When I'm on my computer, I can search without being logged into Google, so it doesn't necessarily track everything associated with my account. It still tracks you, of course.
So my phone has a setting where you can have multiple users, just like you have on a computer.
Mm-hmm.
And I could, if I wanted to, I could switch to another user. And because that other user is not tied to my account, it'd be a completely separate user, and I could search, and whatever I search on that particular user on my phone.
So you could log in as Ken Stout.
Would not
I'm trying,
be
yeah.
to my,
I'm trying to get her logged out of this one so I can log into this one to run the thing. But I push the picture.
but there's nothing I search for that I don't mind that if it remembers it or not.
And that brings up L&K Presents, turn on incognito, add and count your channel, YouTube Studio, Time Watch, get YouTube TV, YouTube Premium, purchase memberships, YouTube data, settings, help and feedback. There's no, and the arrow, when I push the arrow that's going to the right, it takes me to nothing that says sign out. Nothing. I can edit the channel.
That means that you're not logged in, you gotta sign in.
I got to log her out to sign in, Alex. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to log her out so I can sign in to use her phone. And
You want me to share my tablet?
I don't think it'll help, but sure. Hey, Craig, if you're still with us in the stream, thank you for the subscription, brother. I appreciate it. And this is what we do nightly, usually for 2 hours or 3 hours at a time, and then we do another 2 to 3 hours on Zoom itself. Speaking of that, I need to go over here and see how long has this been going on.
Except for some of the young guys like Alex and a couple of people who might be middle-aged, this is the old man's channel.
Darren Gilholm is with us. Oh, geez, he finally woke up.
See, I can click on my picture.
Right.
Click on that little arrow next to my name, right above where it says manage Google account.
Right.
Click on use YouTube sign down.
Where do you see sign out at? I don't see that anywhere.
I do. I'm showing it on. Look on your screen.
Up in the bottom.
The bottom of mine, I see manage accounts on this device.
What's the next step?
I don't see the next step. The thing I see on my screen is manage accounts on this device.
And above us, use YouTube signed out.
Yeah.
So if you hit use YouTube signed out, that signs you out?
Correct.
I don't have that option either. But let me check. Arrow. Here he comes. And there he is. Matthew Camp. Tap on your icon, man. Yeah. Yep. Thank you, Matthew. We're all on the same sheet of music that either Ken is so old and dumb, probably, or he's got big fingers, more than likely. Okay, so now I want to sign in.
App up to date on her phone.
Oh, that's cool. It signed her right back into her name. Ew. So how do I sign in under my name?
It's the app up to date on her phone.
Add an account. Continue. KS.
Hey, Alex, you're back up to 54 subscribers?
Yes.
I had 53 earlier.
Did you ever figure out what was going on with that? I watched your YouTube thing about it.
We figure it's just YouTube taking it away. Bots.
That's weird.
It was happening all over, though. I mean, it's nothing. It wasn't specifically to Alex. I only lost
Okay.
3. I know a guy lost thousands. You know, it's horrible. Like I said earlier, it's horrible to think that someone would take away 14 subscribers from someone that only has 54 subscribers. That's sad.
Well, I was listening to Linus, and he said he lost like 300,000 on one of his channels.
I don't doubt it.
And I think they're going by how many times somebody's logged on. I mean,
So you say there's something like one of the bots running around messing with the channel subscriptions?
I think it's actually from YouTube, though.
Okay.
In other words, they figure if you subscribe to Alex and never go back, if you really subscribe, you know.
That's kind of. I'm subscribed to several things that I don't go there every day. I mean, it may be a month between some of them.
There's a channel I'm subscribed to that I was telling Ken earlier that their last video upload was 3 years ago. Well, they just yesterday just logged back in and made another video, and it pops right up out of whatever watching.
You know, I have kind of eclectic tastes. I watch a variety of things. Some tech, some
I
about
have the same taste.
people on farms. I watch a guy who farms with draft horses because both my grandfathers farmed that way. I kind of have an interest in odd things like that. I watch.
You ever watch the Porn Star?
What's that?
You ever watch the Porn Star?
No, I don't.
It's Cole, the Porn Star.
Okay.
And
I watch several rail fan channels. That's actually what I started with mostly. But
there's a family in Alaska a family of 5 in Alaska that I watch. They vlog about their lives up there and how they talk about how things are different in Alaska compared to the rest of the country, and the different things they have to do to combat cold weather and things like that. It's called Summers in Alaska. SOMERS in Alaska.
One of them named Bird. One of the girls.
Yes, that's the husband. Bird is the husband.
Yeah, they're fake.
Cole the Corn Star. All right.
Sounds dirty, but it's corn.
No, I see it.
Yeah, what happened to them, Alex, is 4 years ago they said they lived in Alaska, and Alaska gives its citizens like $30,000 a year. Yeah, because of the oil money. They didn't live there. They just said they did. And we actually went to jail for it.
Well, they just posted a video today.
Yeah, but those could have been recorded months ago.
Your mom.
How do you know 100% for real they're fake?
I trust the state of Alaska more than I trust them.
Yeah, they seem to have an awful lot of money for not having a job to build buildings.
You know who I'm talking about, Greg?
Yeah, I've watched it many times. The old man passed away.
And the mother, I think she died too, didn't she? That she had cancer and.
No, the last episode I saw, she was still alive.
But the last one I saw, she had like 8 teeth removed at one time.
Y'all must not talk about the same channel I'm talking about. Cause these people are like really young. But
Yeah, the people are, but what about the parents?
that's what I mean. The mom is she probably is not 40 yet.
Right. People can die before they're 50. like the dad did.
I'm perplexed. It says open the app on the phone to see if it's really you. I open the app and there's nothing there.
I'm sorry, Tree. I just don't believe it.
Well, it's not too.
What channel is this? You know the name of it?
Summer's in Alaska.
Alaskan bush people.
Thank you, Greg.
Well, then we're talking about two different channels.
Oh, I see. Summer's in.
Kind of figured that out. It's on my phone, not her phone. Okay, so
Okay.
now, here we go. This will be an interesting experiment. I don't want anything.
Ready for your landscape?
Well, I'm going to try it on her phone because I'm logged into her phone. I'm streaming over there. I'm going to hit go live. So anyone on YouTube, if it gets kicked off, I will be back one way or the other. Oh, wait, I don't even think I can. I don't
That's
think
what
it's,
I'm talking about. That's the channel I'm talking about there.
I just seen something about them that wasn't good, actually. Go live.
Ready?
No, bear with me a moment. This might be smarter than I thought. I'm going to allow access. Okay, whatever. Okay, whatever.
Aaron's here.
Okay, so this is going to be, as I said, this will be part 7.
I mean, the phone is smarter than you? No.
It's
That's hard to believe.
public, not made for kids. Next. Next. One of my better pictures. Oh, here we go. We are streaming live on the computer. It says go live here. Something's got to give somewhere. Rotate to stream in landscape. You've got to be kidding me. Oh my gosh.
It's not a phone issue. That confirms it's not a phone issue. It's a YouTube issue.
Now check that out. I am live. There should somebody go check YouTube and see if there's a part 7 actually showing right now, as well as the one I'm doing. That is nuts, ladies and gentlemen. Nuts. Crazy. Ken's about to go on a rate. Tony, are you watching? Because here comes a rant right here. I said rate. I ain't rating anything. I'm going to rant.
Yes, there is
Part
a part
7?
7 right now.
Jesus, I dropped it. Yeah, now check that out. Watch. So you guys can see the stream from here, right? If I turn this way, orientation is locked. Rotate device back. What in the world is not letting my phone do that? Is that a setting on my phone somewhere, or is it seriously? Huh?
It's not like.
Part 7's there, correct?
Yeah,
Great, I'm watching it.
That's nuts. Right. Tony Wall says, right. Good deal. So, Tony, it looks good. I mean, I'm not necessarily have to
Yeah,
ask.
you're there. I see it.
Okay, so that's cool. But we all see via the other stuff going on. Now, this is 2 questions answered. I'm live streaming on the computer under my name. I'm live streaming under the phone under my name. That is nuts. Because when I turn this way, orientation device is locked. Now, we did the experiment on my phone where we turned it off and back on, and it don't work either way. So there's got to be another setting somewhere. Alex, you want to do some research?
So are you landscape mode now?
Now I am, and it's on
Okay.
her phone. I
Yeah,
am.
it sure does. If I go to
So
your
now
channel,
you're-
If I go to your channel, it shows you it's being live twice, having 2 live videos on.
Which is like impossible in my mind. But you see how that says orientation is locked, rotate back. If I turn it back to landscape, it works.
You have people watching on both of them, part 7 and part.
Yeah,
You got 2 part 7s. You got 2 watching and 2 watching.
I got 2 part 7s.
Yes.
Oh, you're right. It should have been part 8. Oh, my bad. I got to do this again. Okay. Thanks, Tony, everyone, for watching on the phone. I'm going to shut the phone off. Staying live on the computer.
Actually, you have.
This is just YouTube messing with me. I made Susan mad. Is what I've done.
Now on the computer, I'm watching the Ken Stout Live Wednesday Precusor to 24 hours.
Right. Okay, so now your stream will be saved as private. Now that doesn't change. So it's on the phone. So it says your stream will be saved as private. I don't know if I can get that to go up there or not. I probably can't.
See, that is a setting in the phone, in the YouTube app, in the phone. It doesn't apply to the computer.
Right. But I don't know how to change it because when I go to YouTube, I can't find settings to change that setting. But that's fine because now.
Well, that's why you download. That's why you need to download the YouTube Studio app
Why would I want to do that, Alex? Why?
to make your streams appear as public on your.
Okay.
That you stream from your phone automatically.
Okay.
I'm just assuming. I don't know if it works
Okay.
or not 100% because I still can't live stream from my tablet.
Okay. And it's now published in live. You can check it out. I don't need it on the phone to do something I can do anyway. So now I'm going to update her phone and then try it. And if it doesn't work, then we'll know it's the update. But I don't think it's the update. I honestly don't.
You're updating the operating system or updating?
I'm gonna update her operating system. It's got
Was
an
the
up.
YouTube app already up to date?
Do what?
The YouTube app, was the YouTube app already up to date?
Yes, all that's good. I'm gonna
On her
update.
phone?
I'm gonna update her phone. Software update. 15.2. So Gary asked earlier if he's still here.
Is
15.1's our current version. So I'm gonna update it to 15.2. Download and install. Good thing I know her password. And we'll let that go. So that's nuts. We're going to have to, when I say we, seriously, it's going to take probably all 9 of us to do this because I was honestly hoping it wouldn't work, but now that it does work, that's just frustrating.
Don't take all 9 of us to do what?
Figure out why I can't live stream on my iPhone in the landscape mode.
But you can on her crappy old phone.
Correct. I just used her iPhone 8 and I did a live stream while streaming from the computer. I did a live stream from her phone in landscape. Now I'm going to go watch it just to see.
And when you're done,
Well, I couldn't tell when you were landscape and when you weren't.
You can't go live if you.
Usually what it does, Jeff, is it takes it, on my phone, it'll take it like this, and I'm upright like
See
this.
the black on either side.
The
of
black
it?
on either side. And then when I rotate it to
Okay.
landscape, all it does is it turns everything this way, but it's still up and down. It's kind of interesting. Kind of different. My channel, videos.
Well, if you go to the Genius store, they'll tell you you need a new iPhone.
Well, of course they will. Of course.
How can they do that when you've got an iPhone 11, you don't have an iPhone 13, so they're gonna try to tell you the latest.
Absolutely.
Well, that's exactly why they're going to tell me, Alex.
They wouldn't do that if you were having a problem with the iPhone 13 when the iPhone 13 is the latest.
I think what Jeff said is right because even though it says on the phone, oh, there it goes. No, when I rotated it, it stays in landscape mode this way, but it turns the picture vertical into portrait. So that is cool. I mean, that's right. That function is correct. But the mere fact I'm able to take her dumb phone, or her phone, it's not dumb, and put it like this, and it broadcasts like that, and then when I rotate it like that, and then it says, oh, you know what? I know what I'll check when it's done. I'll check to see what her phone is set to, set mine to it, and in theory, if the two phones are set identical, it should work.
Well, but do you know what setting controls that? How are you going to find the setting?
When you slash down, there's a setting in there that you can lock your phone to where it stays in that orientation all the time.
Oh, okay, rather than
rotating it.
auto rotate. Yeah, there's even one of those
Right.
on Android.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Get to it in a different
So yeah, I'm watching it. It's good. I mean, that's what part 7 that I just did 2.5 minutes ago is exactly what I want. That's fine. So once this gets done, hopefully it won't be too awfully long.
Now you have a what? 11?
I've got an 11 Pro Max, yes. And that's why they will say, you need a new phone, Mr. Stout, because the iPhone 12 and 13 is out. So of course they're going to. If I had,
What would they say? What would they say if you would have this problem on an iPhone 13? You had to,
they
like,
probably
go
want
back
to change
a
SIM card.
Or they want to go back to a 12.
Right, or revert back, but probably they'd say, let's give you a new SIM card. That's their solution to everything. So I don't need to watch any more of that. That does exactly what I...
Yeah.
Don't need to borrow a Samsung now, do I? Damn it.
No.
I mean,
No.
darn it. This is a family channel. Hour and 50 minutes, so...
Get about time for you to cut it off.
Getting there. I like to keep it right at 2 hours. I mean, I should go about 3 hours a night, build up to the 24-hour thing, you know.
I thought you said earlier you weren't gonna be able to do that. It's just not logistically possible.
I'm not. I don't think I'm going to be able to do it. I'm going to gear it back to 12, 10, 8, or whatever, because I cannot unless she's going to call in, which she's not. She's got to work Friday to get her holiday pay on Saturday, and she's got to work Sunday to get her holiday pay on Saturday. So she's not calling in Friday, and she's not calling in Sunday. Monday is what? The 3rd? Everybody goes back to work. No one's going to want to hang around for a 24-hour live stream after that, or Zoom session. So I got to try to figure out how to get it all worked out between now and then. If we didn't have our 10 o'clock appointment in the morning, I would have done the 12 hours today. No question. But I've got a 10 o'clock appointment that I better show up all nice and sprite and spiffy with my tie on and pretend like I'm really happy to be there and go from there. Tony just said they're dropping 3G. They're dropping 3G network.
Yeah, I heard that.
Yeah.
Oh, they're dropping it. No longer available. Dropping it.
No, but it's gonna have the 4 and the 5.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
That doesn't surprise me.
Gives them more
They're
bandwidth.
just getting rid of the 3G because they're upgrading to
Sure.
everything.
No. Well. Okay. So why is that?
Who's dropping it? All the cell phone carriers?
All the cell phone
Yeah.
carriers, from what I understand, everybody's
Right.
dropping it.
But why are they dropping it? Now let's see how long. I mean, most of us.
Obsolete.
Not really.
And it takes up bandwidth.
So I'll give you a good example. If my mom's phone operates only on 3G and they drop it,
Not
guess
gonna
what?
work.
It's not going to work. So she's got to go buy something that operates on 4G. That's
Right, actually.
that's
4G or 5G. My phone is only a year and a half old, and it's only got 4G. No
right.
5G.
I understand it, but I'm saying there's a purpose there's a reason why they're getting rid of 3G. Money. There's probably a lot of phones out there that still do run on 3G, and when all of a sudden, yeah, Mom, I'll be over. Click. Oh my gosh, what happened to the phone? 3G is no longer operational. You gotta go get a new phone.
Go to Walmart.
Go to Walmart.
$59 Galaxy S10 AE.
Are we turning this into a conspiracy channel? I need to know, because if we are, I'm for it.
Like $100, you can get you a Samsung, like a cheap track phone.
It'll be interesting, some of these things that promise you unlimited data give you only a certain amount at like 4G, and then they drop down to 3G
Well,
after you hit the data limit.
I know that AT&T unlimited is not truly unlimited. My mom pays for unlimited AT&T, quote unquote, and it's 22 gigs. And when you get 22 gigs, supposedly they slow you down. But my mom and dad are always on Wi-Fi, so I'd be willing to bet you she never goes, both of them combined, because they're both on the same cell phone plan, never go over 5 gigs data per month.
So what do they slow them down to if you run over? 3G?
I don't know, because she never.
Yeah, Jim. Yeah.
I think it says in some of the agreements, it tells you what they drop to.
3G, and that way your phone
They
ain't
drop
gonna
it to
work.
3G.
Yep. And then your phone won't work. Yep.
What is he laughing
I
at?
like that. That was good. So what was your dad joke today you posted? I don't remember. I read it.
It wasn't a dad joke, it was an old person's joke. I don't remember now. I get too old.
Yeah, I don't either. I liked it. I mean, that shows how much of an impact it made on me, but it was good.
I don't even remember now.
Thoughts of the day or something, I believe.
Well, it was an old person's thought of the day, something like that.
Yeah. It
I
was,
stumbled upon an old email a friend of mine sent me that had a lot of sayings like that in it. There's a website for geezers out there someplace, and that's where all these things were stickers or whatever
so
on that website.
Carrie Holzman posted earlier today. Are any of you friends with Carrie on Facebook?
I am.
Okay.
No.
Did you see his post about the limited amount of time left in 2021 to return any stolen property to avoid paying
No,
taxes
I
on
don't
it?
see anything from him. I see stuff if I'm scrolling through my newsfeed on Facebook. I see stuff from a very select few people.
Well, it's got to be a joke. I'll read it to you. There is a limited amount of time left in 2021 to return any stolen property to avoid paying taxes on it. According to the IRS, stolen property falls into the category of, quote, other income obtained throughout the year and must be documented. Quote, if you steal property, you must report it as fair market value and your income in the year you steal it unless you return it to its rightful owner in the same year, unquote. The IRS guidelines from 2021, Public 17, reads, likewise, the IRS said any income obtained from illegal activities like dealing drugs must also be claimed. This income is
true.
This
Actually,
income
that's
is
not
added
new.
on Schedule 1, Form 1040, line 8Z, or on Schedule C, Form 1040, if it's you're from self-employed activity, according to the IRS. I don't know if that's a joke or if it's 100%
No,
true.
it's true.
From the 90s. If you sell drugs, get caught, and you made $1 million. Besides going to jail, you're going to pay taxes.
So if you break
That's
into
how
your
they got Al Capone.
if you break,
Yeah.
I know, if you break into your neighbor's house and steal $1,000 television, they want you to report that on your taxes.
Yeah. And if you don't, you go to jail.
What
for that.
idiot would do that?
No, they're using it as a way to put you in jail for more time.
Well, yeah, I get the fact they're using it as a way to put you in jail, whether it's tax or stealing the guy's TV. It don't matter. But you're right. Yeah, that's how they got Al Capone, was on tax evasion. I know that.
Yeah.
That's funny. That is
I mean,
funny.
Yeah, but the deal also in the 90s, think of all the millionaires from Coke and stuff.
I'm still looking for Jeff's thing. I wish I could remember it. I'll find
Is
it.
your thing still, hey Ken, is your thing still going?
Is my who? My what?
Your phone.
Yeah, my phone's still going. My phone's on Zoom. The C170 is on the stream, and the stream is still going.
How much longer does her phone have for the update?
We're coming up on the 2-minute mark, so I probably will cut it off. But there's good news, everyone, from YouTube. There'll be a part 8. There's 2 part 7s. Now there'll be at least 1 part 8, because I am going to test her phone again and see if we get the same results. And then I'm going to figure out this is what the 12-hour stream is going to be about. It's going to be about me fixing that doggone phone to stream in landscape. So
See, my monitor just flickered again.
that's the
You
monitor.
on the new cable?
Okay, so
Yeah.
let me thanks,
Yeah.
Tony, Matthew Camp, Jim Boswell, Craig DeHunter. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Dr. Rob, everyone that was here, thank you. I will be back later. One way or the other, I'm coming back tonight. Oh, I forgot about it. And Darren, bloody hell, Gilholm. Bye for now.